And we're live. Welcome back to Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans. I'm Steven. Today we're reviewing, taste, and trying whatnot, a bunch of random crap or random whiskey, not crap. It's all probably going to be pretty fantastic, but don't really have a big theme or a big plan for today. So, we're just gonna do what we've always done and drink whiskey on the internet. Really quickly, let me look. Okay. Looks like we're coming in semi-clear, so we are good to freaking go. So let me get caught up on chat. Yeah, and it's just me for tonight, which is, not normal, but for a while it's been kind of not just me. So today you're just dealing with me. I'm all you got. Sorry, still getting together a few things here or there, getting some stuff squared away. All right, awesome. Okay, we are completely set up to stream. I know I wasn't fully set up, so I started early. Let me know in the comments, or let me know in chat what you guys think about it without the lights, because I'm kind of about it. I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's just one of those things. Oh, hey, Oliver. It's because the lights always flicker because of the rate of whatever, the refresh rate of the camera, and the lights are just slightly off. So it's like, and it just bugs the crap out of me. So we're trying it without lights. I don't know. I need to figure out some sort of real solution, because this ain't it, Chief. Jeff, cheers, nice to see you. Sugar Kitty, cheers, nice to see you. Steven going stash, bold choice. Yeah, I know. I'm trying the stash. I'm trying the military stash because I look funny without any facial hair. But I can't have a beard all the time, so it'd be like that. North Carolina, yes. Hanging AZ. I went hunting for some Irish whiskey today and came home with barrel strength bourbon. Oh yeah, you texted me that. Sorry, I never responded. I was going to, obviously, but yeah. Congrats, man. That's how it always goes, though. You always set off of this goal of, hey, I'm gonna get this bottle, or I'm gonna go hunting for this specific thing, and then you end up buying barrel strength bourbon. Oh, come on, just stay. There we go. Okay. Yeah, you always just buy barrel strength bourbon. Okay. Yes. Yeah, it'd be like that. Yeah. Alrighty. So, house cleaning at the top. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans. Today we're drinking whiskey. Like I said, no real plan, no real theme, just random stuff that has been sent to me. First housekeeping thing of the night, new Patreon. Jeff, thank you so freaking much. You are fantastic. Thank you. You're my currently first patron. I've had a few patrons in the past, and then I lost them. So you're the first. So thank you, man. Thank you. Also, a bottle we will be drinking today that I have yet to open, also from Jeff, Bear Fight, American Single Malt. And the cool thing about this that I didn't realize when he was talking about it, is slightly peated or sherry finished. I don't know. The tasting notes say pecan, honeysuckle, ripe red apples, dried figs, black currants, sweet cherry, and peat smoke. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's a peated, sherry finished American single malt, which is fun because I don't have any peated American single malts. So this could be pretty freaking awesome. Oh yeah, I need a warm-up whiskey. You see, I'm not even freaking prepared. David Bass, cheers. Yeah, we'll also be drinking some samples sent to me by Tim Swoop as well. Yep, getting into some bear fight tonight. First, though, let's go grab some American single malts to kind of, prepare the palate, ready us up a little bit. Nah, not Texas. We'll just do the tried, the true, consistent Delbach non-mesquite smoked American single malt. Probably my first American single malt. Maybe it might have been my first. Although maybe it was their mesquite. Either which way, a damn good American single malt. Ooh, smells fabulous. What are we drinking tonight? What are we drinking? Or, we don't have to do. I'm reviewing this bottle tonight, obviously. But that being said, anything else you'd like to see me do, because I can make it happen. Delbach-ish. Is that okay? Sorry, you typed it all in one word, and I was like, is that is that Dorado? No, this is the non-smoked one. Yeah, because I don't know if this is peated or to what extent this is peated. So, kind of going in a little light today, a little lighter, a little warm up. Ooh, big news. But we'll talk about that later. That'll be next live stream. Ooh, that's nice. It's just slightly malty, very sweet, little bit of like a tropical citrus, tropical fruits, a little bit of oak. Pretty damn good. May crack the Bulleit bourbon barrel strength. Do it. You got to do it, man. Just get right into there. Right in there. Does it tell you if it's Bulleit's juice or if it's sourced, or is it just a barrel strength blend, or was it one of those single barrels? Okay, let's get into this. So, Bear Fight American Single Malt Whiskey, limited release from Master Blender. Can't read their name. It is small batch product. So I know this is bottled and distilled by Next Century Spirits in Zebulon, North Carolina, and this is aged at least 3 years old. And it's 90 proof. Here, I feel like I should have done way more research on this. Bear Fight. Yeah, and this is the behind the scenes of me doing a review, in case you haven't gotten on. Okay, let's read this SOB. Yes, Bear Fight American Single Malt. Okay. Okay, don't want the nose on it. Want to find out the mash bill. Do I have to read? I don't like reading, guys. This ain't. Oh man. Okay, however it coming in that just talks about the thoughts of it. I mean, it's won a boatload of awards. Bold yet approachable, American single malt, balanced flavor. Okay, here we go. Aged to perfection in first fill bourbon cask. So it's at least 3 years old, maybe 4 in first fill bourbon cask. So that means ex-bourbon casks. And finished in both sherry and exclusive peated casks. Okay, so I think they finish in sherry and peated casks. And it's around 3 years old. 90 proof. That's about all I got, Chief. Is it barrel strength? See about where it was distilled. Some people seem to think Beam was making the juice due to nut profile. I thought they sourced from Four Roses or MGP. I thought those were the two of their sources. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I thought Bullet was only sourcing from them until they started making their own product. All right, let's get into this. Let's just crack open this SOB, maybe. By the way, thank you. Thank you so much for sending this bottle. Like, seriously, I appreciate the heck out of you, Jeff. If you're still in here, I hope you are. You were pretty heavy initially, but you haven't talked in a while. If you're still in here, this is freaking awesome. This is literally amazing. I don't get a lot of bottles sent to me by people, so when people do, I appreciate the heck out of it, and I review them in one way or another because, well, you guys mean the world to me, and I appreciate it. So, thank you. This Patreon Cork Pop shout out, Jeff. Jeff, thanks for sending me this bottle. Wow, that smells really good. And thank you for just recently signing up to be a Patreon. Helps out a ton, and like, seriously, appreciate the heck out of you. Sugar Kitty, you're not wrong. God damn, I didn't even put those two and two together. I didn't. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's 100% malted barley because it's an American single malt. Although I recently found out that there's a bunch of different kinds of barley you can use. Because I was working with a local distiller here that I kind of work with, whatever. And he was talking about how there's different kinds of barley and they change things according to that. So I don't know. That's interesting, but also not. Wow, what the heck? Oh my god. How much is this bottle? I like the nose. It's very Scotch-like. It's very Scotch-esque. Has a little bit of smoke. You can definitely tell that sherry influence is hardcore. Yeah, that sherry. This is literally like this smells like a really nice sherry Highland Scotch, or a little bit more like, what the heck? Oh, hey, Jeff. Thanks for coming back, man. Yeah, in case if you weren't here, yeah, this is sherry finish, right? Let me... Oh, gosh. Their website's a little not the most forthcoming. I hope this is sherried. It smells like it honestly smells like a bold, semi-smoky sherry. Okay, yeah, sherried Scotch. A bolder semi-scary. A bolder semi-sherry, or no. What am I trying to say? It's a bolder, slightly sherried, not even slightly sherried. This is dominantly sherried type of Scotch. I don't know. I don't even know what kind of words I'm saying. Yeah, Windows is rough. Brewers use a ton of different strains of barley for sure. That's what gives you Vienna malts versus English or American style beers. Oh, I did not know that. I just assumed everyone used like the same exact stuff. But no, this is a little nutty. Has a nice kind of like vanilla custardy note. Huge sherry, like bright red fruits. And there's... Oh, hey, buddy. Oh, I know. Cheers, Jake. Nice to see you, man. Nice to see ya. Oh, okay. It's North Carolina grown barley. No, this is I like this nose. I like this a lot. It's if you've ever had like sherry finished scotch, this is like a very oh yeah, I know, Jeff. Gosh, got to protect it a little bit more. Um, if you've ever had like a sherried scotch, it's not like dominatingly sherry because I have a what is that called? Oh man, I can't even see it. The Glenallachie or whatever 12. I know I just butchered how to say that, but like it's not as sherry as that, but it's like a sherried scotch with like a more aggressive, almost nutty backbone. It's less kind of like grass and hay and kind of more nutty and like earthy. But that sherry is nice, and that little bit of finishing that they do with the peated Scotch barrels, just or peated barrels, whatever the heck they use those out of, it just adds like just a hint of kind of like smoky feeling in the back note or the back end of like the nose, but not too much. Yeah, hanging. I'll fight the bear. Ooh, no, smoke is more dominating on the palate. Yeah, yeah, Jeff, that's what I was kinda going with. It's like a little bit more of like a more dense, earthy kind of like the Lasanta. Yeah, because it's more in the realm of like if the Lasanta was an American whiskey. Honestly, that's the best comparative. Like just a nice sherry finished scotch that's more like earthy and almost like nuttier, but then has a little bit of smoke in it. Yeah, and you get that smoke about mid palate, and then it just gets rolled over by like the sherry. Yeah, this is a for sure buy. I mean, I don't know what the price is, but this is a really interesting American single malt. I like I like that they did something a little different in the world of American malt because American malt, they're either like very malty or very funky or just very Scotch. Like it's either that or it's trying to like look like one thing or the other. And this is kind of it's doing both. It's being a little bit like an American single malt because it has a more pronounced, like more dominant kind of American style theme to it. But it also does have that like those sherry, semi-peated kind of scotchy vibes. Yeah, for $40, I'm an instant buy. Honestly, so I just recently did a list this last week um about like five I think it's okay, yeah, but I would pay sub 60 for this easily. Easy. I mean that's around like a 90 proof American single malt. You're usually going to find around 50, 55 bucks at a minimum. At a minimum. Like it's pretty hard to find a decent American single malt for cheaper than that. Outside of that Balcones. Ooh, excuse me. So yeah, this being 40 bucks, 40 to 50, instant. Yeah, so no, my last like production level video I did was five bourbons under 50 bucks, which was basically just what are five bourbons that I think are good that are cheaper than 50 bucks. Someone made a comment that I should do it with American single malts as well. And honestly, this makes the list. This would for sure make the list. Not that I think that's a list that's 100% possible to make. I'm still kind of mulling it over, but like I don't even think I have five that are under 50 bucks that are like great. But this would for sure make the list because this I like that. If they didn't do the sherry or the peated, I don't think it would be that interesting. But because they finish them, I think it really, really adds to that. That sherry note really picks up a lot, and that peat. doesn't really do that much on the nose, but on the palate, it really kind of adds another element of intrigue to it. But it's not so much where it's dominating or overpowering. It's just right, to me at least. Yeah, this is going on the shelves for sure. For sure. That is, yeah, that makes me want to make that video now. That makes me want to figure out 5 American single malts under $50. Although I feel like I would have to do like under like $60. At least. At least. Ooh. Okay. So that fantastic bottle. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate the heck out of that. No, that's such a great bottle for like $40. No wonder why you're always drinking that. That would be the like my daily sipper. Like, I mean, not that I really have one bottle that I constantly drink, but like, especially if it's a findable bottle that's like sub 50, 40-ish dollars, like that's a bottle I'll gravitate towards more often than not because it's easy to get. It's cheap and it's good. Like there's nothing wrong with that there. And like for me, that's why I gravitate towards like the Del Box stuff because it's an easy findable American single malt. Them and Balcones Lineage, same, but different, but still same. Because if we're being honest, the Del Bock and the Balcones are kind of like really close to me as far as which one I prefer over. But yeah, I would, if I was you, I would constantly be drinking that one as well. Where whenever you do blinds with people and you slip an American single malt in, yeah. But like also, I feel like it's one of those things where it's closer to Scotch than it is to bourbon, but it's so different than actual Scotch. And also, I think there's a lot more variance from what people consider to be Scotch and the American single malts inside the American single malt category, just because like there are some that are Scotch like, and then there's some like Westland and Westward that are like super freaking malty and just dark and like American, and you don't really find that in Scotch. But just like that, there's like Highland, Speyside, different regions of Scotland have different kind of Scotch like flavor profiles. So this is a whole rabbit hole we could just spiral down and die in. But yeah, it's kind of like Scotch, but like I like to call it an American take on Scotch because you could do so much with it. And I don't know. I think it's the future of American whiskey. I think bourbon's the past eventually. Or maybe that's just me being like a fanboy of American single malt so much that I just want them to blow up more, but maybe one day. Maybe. Probably not. No, I don't think bourbon's going anywhere. Hey, Shredward, cheers. Nice to see you. Jeff, I'll email you. What was I doing? Okay, yes, next. Sorry. I am squirreling today. Today was a rough day. Not like a rough day, but like not a good day either. Okay. So we got a few different samples that Tim Swoop sent me a while ago. So we got 2 ASW Duality malts samples, and then 1 Lost Lantern Brooklyn Distillery New York 8-year-old malted wheat. Wait a second. Is that the same one here? Bear with me, guys. It is. Okay. I did not know this was malted wheat malt mash. Okay. Okay, well, I have some other stuff. It was very floral. So we'll try that one last. We'll go in the process of doing more and more exercises. Oh, Sugar Kitty. Also, yeah, hope you're doing well, man. Hope you are doing well. So we'll just kind of go down the list of proof wise. So first, we're going to start off with ASW Duality Malt from Mash and Journey. It is a 108 proof pick, and it is their Snickerdoodle pick. I feel like I got to join the Mash and Journey club. Just because I feel like they do so many good picks from the ones I've had, because I've had a few already of theirs, and I just feel like they always do good stuff. I don't know, yet another place for me to throw all of my money, even though this whole year, or yeah, we can say this whole year, I've gone without buying any whiskey outside of Wild Turkey 101 handle and a Maker's 46 bottle, because I need to replace those, or I will soon need to replace those. Either which way. So I don't really need to be spending any more money on whiskey, but like I also feel like I need to join their club to get access to more whiskey. Yeah, hanging. Ooh. This is so different. I mean, we're also going from Bear Fight to 108 proof. So we jumped up in proof, and we're doing double duality malt, which, so here, I'm just going to grab my bottle so I can actually coherently read. Okay. Jeff, yeah, that happens all the time. I'm really good at not spending money on whiskey, and then one day I'll just be like, go buy whiskey, and like literally I'll spend like $200 or $300 on whiskey, and I'll be like, okay, well, there's that month's budget. There we go. It's all gone now. It's all gone. So I wouldn't say I'm great at it, but yeah, that's how it always goes for me. So the one I have is 54.5%. So it's what, around 108 as well. And it's a double malt. So I know it's malted barley and malted rye that they use. But this one's so much more like complex than my bottle. Yeah, and that's what I've been doing with like Trev Wilson and Storytime. I've been buying a lot of their stuff. I kind of stopped buying so many of the Junkies picks just because they release so many, and I can't afford to keep up with them. But you know, I'll have to, you know, join them. Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it always happens that way. Yeah, and usually, yeah, it's like I'm so prone to buy, if it's an Arizona whiskey, I am so like willing to buy it over, or willing to spend my money on it over like any other whiskey. It's just, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. Man. Ooh. Oh my God. What the heck? That is like dark molasses and like heavy oak on the palate. Whoa. What? What? Yeah, hanging. That's a good deal for that bottle. I would buy that any day. You got that at Trev's, right? Or Trevor's? Oh, okay. Sugar Kitty. Yeah, I'll probably do that though. I feel like it's been a long time coming. I don't know. I know they've done some stuff that's more up my alley though, because I feel like they've done definitely done a Westland pick before, and I know they've done obviously these duality picks. Like this stuff's more up my alley than like, I don't know, a let's think of something like a just an MGP barrel pick or something. Oh, tops. Top stuff is hit or miss, but you said it's not a pick, right? I don't know. I've had a few picks from tops, and they're kind of the most. Ugh. I don't know. Disappointing. Very disappointing picks. I like this though. I kind of get what they mean, like the snickerdoodle. It's literally like a snickerdoodle cookie. It's like heavy molasses, dark oak. It takes like a hard right turn, like with this like bitter baking chocolate and like tannicky oak into this like just darkness. It's like, hello, darkness, my old friend. Okay, it's not a pick. Top says junkie everywhere hanging. I hate that place. Mostly just because I think the guys who work there are douchebags, and their prices are like very like up and down. It's like, you can find, like, for example, that barrel strength bullet for 53, and then you'll find something that's like semi allocated and it's like $200, and it's like, what? Huh? No, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, I like that one. I like that one a lot. I'm gonna try. So we'll do the 113.2 proof, their root beer pick, and we'll kind of put them up against each other. Okay. Yeah, but I feel like a drift. I mean, yeah, I'd be interested in a driftless Glen pick. I don't know. I'm starting to find myself just like buying whiskey online or like store picks. I've been making a boatload of videos about store picks recently, and like, it's not BS. All I literally do buy nowadays is store picks. I don't know why. I just do. That Merced Rye one is incredible. I like that stuff. Okay, yeah, but like easy BP for 130. Come on. Come on. You could do better than that. Come on. I don't know. It's also been a while since I've been there, so maybe I shouldn't talk too much crap. I don't know. I just went there when I first got into like whiskey, like 2 or 3 years ago, and I was like, wow, what a joke. Okay. So this one is going to be the root beer pick, 113.2, also still ASW duality malt. What? Are you kidding me? They don't have molasses in there? Then what cookie was I thinking about? Because it's like dark molasses and like tannicky oak. Yeah, am I tripping? No, to me this is bitter baking chocolate, molasses, and tannicky oak. Not tannicky, but like it's like this like funky oak. Yeah, I get more bitter baking chocolate. I do see a little bit of cinnamon, but not like heavy cinnamon. What cookies are made with molasses? So I'm thinking of like a dark brown or like a brownish cookie that's made with molasses. Maybe I'm all broken. Jeff, what's the secret ingredient? Yeah, Bobby's been sending a lot of stuff out. Jake, I am with you. I've been buying mostly store picks. Just picked up Wild Turkey Kentucky Spirit Single Barrel. Let me know what you think about that, Jeff. I had one a hot minute ago, and I honestly didn't think it was much better than Wild Turkey 101. So I was like, wow, I just overpaid for Wild Turkey 101. No, I'm just tripping about this snickerdoodle thing. The cookie. What's that cookie that's made out of molasses? Whatever. Okay, yeah, maybe I'm thinking more of like a ginger snap cookie. Either which way, I like it. I like it. I wouldn't necessarily I don't get that much cinnamon on it. I mean, maybe a little bit, but now I'm getting it because I know it's called Snickerdoodle, and you're saying Snickerdoodle is supposed to have cinnamon. So when I tasted it, it's cinnamon. But like I was just thinking like baking chocolate, like bitter baking chocolate, oak, and molasses, like dark sugars. No, no, whatever. This is all subjective. It doesn't matter. I know I'm for sure failing World's Top Whiskey Taster this year, though, because turns out somehow I'm going to be put on that. Huh. This one's more like, even though this has more ABV, means like I don't know, like I feel like it should be a little bit more aggressive, but it's almost more of like a toned back version of the Snickerdoodle one. Yeah, yeah. We did a blind and it still beat my Wild Turkey 101, but it was so close. And we did it twice just to be sure. Okay. Oh no. More of either ginger snap or molasses crisps as far as what cookies you were yeah. Okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks. It took us a while to get there, but we got there. Yeah, I wish I had Masters Keep Money laying around again because I'm almost out of mine. Man, these are incredible. This one's more vanilla-y. Still has that nice oak, nice, almost like a peppery note in there, and nice vanilla. I prefer the Snickerdoodle one though. It's that bitter baking chocolate that I think is so fun and interesting. Yeah, that one's way more. Yeah, now I'm getting more and more cinnamon now that I'm. Yeah, I think Bullet Rye is much better than their Bullet Bourbon. I wish they did Bullet Rye at barrel strength. That'd be awesome. That would be because that would be just a barrel strength 95.5 MGP blend, I think, at least. which is Holden has a ridiculous amount of just limited release products for like how long he's been doing whiskey stuff. It's ridiculous how many bottles he's been able to purchase. But I mean, it is what it is. Why are we semi-pixelated? You see, I might need to take my phone off of the Wi-Fi. Just bear with me, guys. Okay. And do a little dance, see if I'm pixelated still. Okay. It was all my phone. It was all me. This whole time, it was me who was the problem, which, wow, that turns out to always be the case. Yeah, hanging, that would be just perfect. Yeah, out of Tim, if you're watching this or you're watching the replay, I like the Snickerdoodle one a little bit better, but I think both these are really good. Yeah. That one, it's malty, has a nice like black pepper, vanilla, oak. I wonder, here, we're just gonna those picks are so much better than just the normal double duality malt. So much better. So much better. Wow. We should only do those picks. We should never do just this normal bottle. I mean, comparatively at least. Like the Snickerdoodle claps this bottle for me. Absolutely dominates it. Wow. There are MGP 85.5 barrel strengths out there. Yeah, I could do that. Again, I just don't ever like hunting though. Like I'm so anti-hunting nowadays. I just don't have the energy. I do have awesome rye samples from Kilco from a drawing. Let me know what you think about those. Hanging. You just need to come over one of these days so you can try like literally everything. Cause I have a lot of stuff, but like you're so close. I'm not sending you samples. You just gotta come over, buddy. Roll out the red carpet and we'll just get schlammered together. Shit, you should come over next week, this time, Wednesday night, and we'll just get drunk on camera together. I got another mic. Alec will probably not be here. Maybe. I mean, we'll see. We're still trying to iron out like a good time for us to like start doing things again, but it's complicated. It's hard to work around everyone's schedules as adults now. Okay. Last bottle. Last but not least, we're just gonna dump those two together. Yeah, hanging on. I have at least like 7 bottles for you to try at a minimum. And try Wild Turkey Master Keep 17 year. Oh, that's good. That is. The cinnamon is getting more and more pronounced on that Snickerdoodle the more I think about it. It is this baking chocolate with cinnamon. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's make it happen. No reason not to. I'll try to convert you to all the American single malts. Ooh, I can have you try all the adventurous still stuff too, because, well, I have all that stuff here. Obviously. I mean, I'm one of their members, and yeah, You know how it goes. All right. Maybe potentially the last sample, unless if you guys want me to do anything else. I don't know. Again, I didn't really have a plan for today because I didn't know if I was going to do it alone or if Alec was going to be here. And then, then I got bear fight in the mail today, and I was like, well, I'll fight a bear. Now we're here, which that's a really good, like, lower proof bourbon. Or not bourbon, American single malt. Like, that's a really solid, just lower proof, enjoyable single malt. Because American single malts, they're just like how bourbon is, how everything's like either like 90 proof, or maybe not just like bourbon, because I feel like there's also a lot of bourbon in the middle too. But like it's either 90 proof or it's like 110s to 110 plus, like depending on like barrel strength type stuff. Like it's never in like the in between. Did see it at Tops. Did you see the all black label one? Because they're one of the few places that did a barrel strength pick from Adventurous Stills for their rye. Yeah. I'll fight a bear. I'll punch him right in the face. Okay. So this is a Lost Lantern, which they do they're not an NDP, they're I guess they would be an NDP legally speaking, but they're a barrel. I don't know. They basically do a bunch of picks and they put their own label on them. But this one is I'm going to butcher this. Guys, get ready to fix my pronunciations. But Brooklyn Distillery from New York. It is an 8-year-old malted wheat whiskey at 139 proof. And I have a 7-year-old ex-bourbon at 65%. From them, and I like it. It's a little floral for my taste, but I like it. It's just not my favorite American single malt. All did not see it, but there is so much crap. That is like a alcohol hoarder's paradise or something like that. Like that stores. There's no reason for it to be as, I don't want to say run down or like, I don't know. I just feel like they need to reorganize and reallocate some stuff in there because it looks so horrible. Like maybe a lot of my opinions on it is a mix of their workers and their displays, because I guess their prices aren't horrible. Like, I mean, some stores just mark things up, but like, man, Broken Window Theory, their store looks really rough. And I just didn't really enjoy the employees who worked there because they're kind of douchey, or at least they were like 2 years ago. Yeah, Jeff, if they do, let me know. I will literally jump on that. Yeah, hang in. Ooh, what the heck? We just I singed my nose hairs. We just went way up in proof. I forgot that this is 139 and the last one we drank was 113. Yeah, hanging. Trevor's is so much nicer on the inside. I don't know. Let me know in the comments, guys. What's your thoughts on like liquor stores, like the displays? Like, do you care the way a store looks when you walk into it? Like, do you care it to be organized and like clean and like not look disgusting? Does that matter to you at all? I don't know. Cause like, I guess in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter, but also like it does kind of matter because I don't like going to stores that are just like gross. Like I went to the Dollar General the other day to pick up sticky notes because turns out Post-it notes and whatnot are dumb expensive. And Olivia's a teacher, so she needed some. So I went to the store. Oh my God. The worst like 10 minutes of shopping history in my entire life, just because it was horrible on the inside. I'm telling them the story about the Post-it notes. It was disgusting. Yeah. Well, you're welcome. I'm pretty awesome. Bye. No worries. Oh, geez, Bruno. Okay, yeah. I mean, Tops isn't that horrible, but like, it's not great either. Like, you could be better. Yeah, yeah, and that's my biggest thing is like, I don't know, it bums me out when you work in like a service industry type job where you're like doing something customer servicey and you're just like, hey, what? No, I don't know. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, Total Wine is amazing, amazing, and they have the best prices, but they never have anything allocated because it's always gone. It's always gone. The store looks trash or like they haven't swept for like a month, I leave. Yeah, you see, yeah, it's a broken window theory. It's just like I don't know. It's one of those things. Yeah, that's true. But sometimes their stickers are different. Like sometimes like one bottle's labeled like $50 and the other one's labeled like 45. And it's just like, okay, clearly you guys had different opinions here. Ooh. Oh, what the shit? Oh. Oh, I'm just gonna marinate in that one for a bit. That was weird. I'm processing my feelings. Like, it wasn't weird in a bad way. I mean, I know I made a weird, funny face, but like, oh man, what the heck was that? It's like so this is wheated malt and it's almost hazmat. Yeah. It has this like so the thing I don't love about this is the fact that it's like kind of florally. And this one has a florally notes, but it's also cranked up like with like this oak, very nice vanilla, this little bit of like a almost white pepper, and like we'll call it like a grape. Well, it's 139 proof. Wheated or it's a malted wheat. So malted wheat. It's an 8-year-old malted wheat at 139. It's a bit proofy, but I kind of like it. Shit, I wish I had this bottle. It's just weird. It gets like there is a little bit of like a what is that? Like almost like a brown sugared like brown sugar, toasted oak, nice vanilla. There is a slightly floral note that's like throwing me off on this one though. Orange lighting. Oh, are you talking about the redness on the side here? Sorry, I'm trying to like think of what this flavor is. Damn it, this is why I need a second person here to like help me distinguish things a little bit better. It's it's a fruity-ish. It's like a fruity slash floral note. Or man, it's a roller coaster of emotions, baby. Weeded malt hazmat, yes. Dunville's Three Crowns. Stacy H told me about Top's Irish selection was weak. Yeah. I know going back to freaking Total Wine, but like Total Wine has some pretty solid Irish selections. I mean, they have last time I went there, they had Redbreast, they had Redbreast 12, they had Redbreast 12 cash strength, they had another finished stuff and some other ones here or there. They don't have any of the spots though, unfortunately. But Trevor's has all the spots. Look, hang in. If you want to get some shit, Trevor's has everything. They have a clean, organized, beautiful store. They're a little pricier than like Total Wine, but like, man, so much better. And the people who work there, they're actually nice and cool. And they ask you if you need any help, despite you clearly not needing any help. And then they try to sell you on some of their store picks, which just ends you just drinking whiskey and then buying whatever you went there to buy in the first place. So it's like a win-win-win. I don't know, man. I used to not be a big fan of Trevor's, but whew, man, recently them, Costco, and Total Wines have been like my three like go-to stores. Just because like I like the atmosphere there. It's a little trendy or whatever, like, but I still think they're a great business. Yeah, maybe if it's like a like a like a like a sour, like a orange Tic Tac that somehow is like a Fallout 3 orange Tic Tac, like something that's been irradiated and just went horribly wrong. I don't know. It's weird as hell. Malted wheat doesn't have the same sweetness. No, it's sweet, but it's like throwing me for a loop because it's kind of darker because of the whole maltiness, but it's also kind of like has this like sour florally thing going on. And I think that's from the wheat because I usually get like a sour going towards floral with wheated type stuff. And I'm getting that on this. It's almost like a putrid. And I know that sounds horrible because putrid is not a positive term ever, but like a mulching lavender bushel or something. I don't know, man. I like it. I like it, but it's so different from any other whiskey I've tried previously that it's like it's a whole nother ride. It's like that rye I have that's finished in gin barrels. It's just weird, bro. It is just what the heck. It's a great pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Here at North ABC stores, Irish and Scotch is real weak, but if I drive 14 minutes across, bingo. Okay, yeah, I haven't heard a lot of great things about ABC stores. Springbank 10 for 90. That seems like a good price for Springbank 10. I mean, it's still an expensive whiskey, but that's why I have so much other American whiskey than I do Scotch because it's just so expensive. So. Oh, no worries. I'm just gonna marinate in that one too. Bevmo is another one of those ones that's kind of hit or miss for me. I've had some good stuff that I found at Bevmo, and I've found some stuff that is also just like, bleh. Like, I once bought a Russell's store pick for $30 there because they mislabeled it as Russell's 10-year, and it just happened to be a 10-year-old store pick. So that was a huge win because I was like, oh, they rung it up, and I was like, oh, well, it's clearly wrong because it was like that on the thing, and they bought it, and I bought it for that price. Morally acceptable? I don't know. But I got a Russell single barrel for $30. That was a long time ago, though. You can't get away with that nowadays. Oh, it's just way too expensive. No, I like that a lot. That is just weird, though. It's like this peppery, almost cinnamony sweetness. Nice little bit of like a dark maltiness. Not overly dark, but just slightly dark. Ardbeg and Noah for 44. Yep, heck yeah. That's a good bottle too. That and 10 I think are like just perfect. I used to really love the Wee Beastie, but I think Wee Beastie is a little bit too youthy and almost like bourbony like, where it's just it's very bright. And I think the 10 is just an overall better product. And I think the Anno and the 10 are so similar. So similar. I mean, they're only like $5 or $10 different. So like I just pick the 10 every day. But if you can get the Anno or for cheaper, man, so worth it. Oh no, Ardbeg is like my go-to peated scotch. Ardbeg has been killing it recently. I mean, they've always been killing it. I just recently found them killing it. Okay, I'm gonna re-drink some of this Bear Fight because that was enjoyable. Yeah, it's just not as developed or complex as the 10, which makes sense because it's what, 5 years old, right? Yeah, it's 5 years old, and then the 10 is, well, double the age, so you get double the oak impact, which like that's not a huge amount because it is Scotland, but like it's a noticeable amount. Man, going back to this though, I could literally drink this. This could be a daily drinker for me. Man, so Jeff, does what's their brand called? Does Next Century Spirits, do they make any other whiskeys? I'm trying. I mean, I got kind of the state trooper hat. Kind of. If I wear my drill hat properly, I look like Park Ranger. Ranger Rick here to save the day. Don't start no fires, kid. Yeah, that's just it's not aggressive any which way. Creek water also. I know. Creek water. I've never heard of that. Is that I know like a I know, or is it like I know? Like this is why I hate texting. Wish we could all just like do like a huge group call or some shit. Because essentially this is kind of me reading your text, and I'm like, I don't know. Me personally though, I really like this. If I could drink this for like $40 every single day, I would. It's nice. It's slightly smoky, but not even, I would not even consider this smoky. Okay, not the best bourbon. Yeah, I feel like that. There's a lot of that's the issue with like craft. Hanging, I do in the car. Oh man, like mirrored aviators, my little drill hat, I could literally be just like Super Troopers. Get a bottle of Surzups. Hey Farva. So hear me out, guys. I'll say this last bit about Bear Fight because I'm actually really pleasantly surprised. Again, thank you, Jeff. This is awesome. I'm for sure gonna try to buy some more of this online after this, if we're gonna be completely honest. Um, this this bottle, like it is just the right amount of slightly smoky, has a nice like sherry fruity influence, nice little bit of like barley sweetness, and then like this nice malty darkness, like not chocolatey, but like this like I don't know if like malty. I keep on saying malty darkness, but like not chocolatey. It's more of like a man. Why am I drawing blanks on words? We'll just call it a dark maltiness. I don't know, darkness. It's bright, dark, has a nice sherry influence, has a nice little bit of peat in there. It's just, it's really, it's complex for a 90 proofer. Not like so complex where it's like has like it's not like layers and layers and layers because it is a bunch of different pieces, but they're all playing together really well. It doesn't feel like the most cohesive whiskey out there. Again, it's a $40 whiskey. What the hell do you expect? But it is just great. Man, yeah, I'm into that. 3 bottles myself, not to mention sending out a few. Yeah, make you their brand ambassador. R. Hayes. Cheers, man. Nice to see you. Hey there. Just tuning in. First time catching live, enjoying your content. Well, thank you. Thank you for coming and hanging out. We'll actually be wrapping this up here very shortly because, you know, it's getting a little late. I'm starting to crash. How fast you're. Do you know how fast you're going, Meow? Yeah. For 3 years old, I would love to see this at like 6 years old, and then have more time in that sherry barrels, and then more time in the peated barrels, like just more of everything, like double all the time constraints. And I know obviously you gotta build up to that. Like there's a lot of local AZ distilleries who I think if they can age their product up a little older, it'll be so much better. Or if they can learn how to like make things better, yeah, or barrel proof. Jeff, send me their email. I'll reach out to them too. Be like, hey, barrel proof, please. Not that that's yeah. How about you just post theirs in chat, and I want everyone here watching to go there and request them to make a barrel proof product, and then send me and Jeff a bottle for thinking of the idea. That would be perfect. I know it's not going to happen, but yeah, please tell me they sell this online outside of the state. Because that's just nice. It's not like I have here, bear with me. Hanging again, I think Santan distilling is gonna get better over time. Just like adventurous stills, like I think they're great, but they're not perfect. Some projects could use a little bit more age and refinement to them. And I think eventually once the businesses get bigger and things can expand, and you start putting them into bigger casks, so thus like the age impact, and they're not gonna like get, stolen by angels. I think it'll be worth it. Like I think there's gonna be some really great stuff coming out here. Just like Texas, just like Texas. I just think we're far behind Texas, but I think we'll get there. So the only product I have that like this might remind me even loosely of would be this Virginia Distilling Co. And this is a blend of Scotch, a blend of American single malt or American malt, I guess, and then they finish in port casks. Yeah, marriage of Scotch malt whiskey and American whiskey finished in port, and it's 46% ABV here. That is way too proofy. Well, hey, and do you like a lot of American single malts? Or have you had the option to try a lot? Because I know American single malts aren't for everyone, and there's some out there I've tried that I think are horrible. I have one on my shelves that I think is horrible. The branding is just so ridiculously cool that like I kind of love it and kind of enjoy the heck out of it. But like I don't know. I don't know. This one's so much darker though. I mean, mostly because it's finished in port, but Johnny Black. Okay, not to change topics, but on the topic of American single malts, never tried one. What are the typical flavor profiles as compared to bourbon? Um, so I would say they're more, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, people, but I would say it's kind of closer to Scotch. Like I would say it's an American take on Scotch. It's very dependent of like where you get it from, depending on like the flavor profile. Like Southwest, it's going to be very Texasy. It's going to have huge oak impact, a lot of youthfulness and whatnot that like the aging process just normally goes through. It seems like Pacific Northwest, everything is heavy on the malt. Heavy on the malt. Like everything is like backs up the train. It's like, hey, we're going down Malty Street. Let's make a malty SOB, which I love. Westland and Westward are phenomenal. Especially Westward though, like man, they are malty as hell. Yeah, it's the US version of Scotch. So I would say it's a youthfuler, but also more aggressively aged Scotch. So think of just like bourbon, like most bourbons around 6 years old. Um, the like more aged versions of American single malts are like 6 to 7 years old, maybe 8. So like, yep, let's drink Whoppers. So with like a more aggressive aging style, you're gonna get more aggressive kind of flavors. I don't know. I like the heck out of them. If you're looking for one, first of all, where in the U.S. do you live? Because if you can get Texas, or Arizona stuff, I have a place for you. Outside of that, I think Stranahan's in Colorado is pretty phenomenal. If you can get one of their single barrel picks, they have some great stuff. If you can get Bear Fight, I mean, it's very different, but this stuff is enjoyable as heck. Me think Balcones. Anything Balcones malt, it's very okay. Illinois, yeah, I have no idea where your distribution would be. If you can get Balcones, I would do Balcones Lineage. If you get any Westward, I would do just the blue label Westward, Westland, Stranahan's. I think those four are like the probably biggest American single malt distributors that I think are freaking killing it. This stuff's really good too, Bear Fight, but I think it's just in what is that, North Carolina or South Carolina? Yeah, North Carolina. Yeah. Yeah, American single malts are more in your face than most scotches. Scotch is more subtle, unless you like Isla Scotch. They're looking ashtrays. Yeah. So it seems to be we don't do a lot of smoked malts here in the US, which I kind of appreciate. I think Isla Scotches are a little overdone. I'm kind of over 'em. Me personally, I've lost the interest in smoky peated scotches. I just don't personally care as much as I used to. But yeah, I would say they're more aggressive American single malts. They're more aggressive types of scotches. You get a lot more darker, more aggressive type flavors. Unless if it's something like this where it's like this isn't super aggressive or dark, but it is still a little bit more aggressive than your typical scotch, and it's only 3 years old. So it's one of those things, man, I 100% encourage you to do. If you can, get some. Especially some of the Balcones stuff is phenomenal. Balcones Lineage is probably the best value in American single malt. It's very different, but it's such a good value. I think they are also distributing in Texas, and they are online, but you do have a hookup. And yeah, that's true. Yeah. You're right, Jeff. You're right. I get you. Independent Joe in the house. Cheers, man. Cheers. Nice to see ya. One of my mods, if you wouldn't mind, drop in Joe's link in chat. Y'all who aren't subscribed, go subscribe to him. Helps us out a ton, and we seriously appreciate your support. Joe, do I have you to blame, or well, not necessarily blame, but like, are you the reason I made it onto ADHD whiskey for the World's Top Whiskey Taster? Because I feel like it would be you who would be like, yeah, this guy's gonna make a fool of himself in front of freaking everybody. You would. Not that I'm bitter. It's gonna be an awesome time, but I'm gonna get my cheeks clapped so freaking hard. I can't even beat you. We've gone up against each other 3 times, and you've won all 3 times. This Virginia Distilling Co. port cast finish stuff's pretty decent. The port's a little bit too much. A little bit too porty. It's too porty. It's just too much port. It almost starts getting kind of like, not almost chalky, like kind of like a sour chalkiness. I don't know. No, my tasting notes have not been great. I don't know. I'm been a little under the weather today. I am what you would call medicating my sickness out by drinking tons of alcohol, as we all should be doing, as we all do, because this is the way. That being said, I am going to have to wrap today's live stream up. Wait, give me a sec. Like the port finished better than sherry, but I'm not really into the sherry bombs. Yeah, I've found myself recently liking sherry bombs more than port. I used to love port so freaking much, but now, like, I'm just not that into port like I used to be. Like, I still like it. I like it. It's just the port is just so dominant that it kind of like it takes everything away and it makes it very porty. Porte makes it very porty. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. All right, gentlemen, that is a wrap for today's video. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out. Thank you. Joe. Oh, just kidding. That has nothing to do with me. Thank you again, Jeff, for sending out this bottle, and thank you again for becoming my first patron. I appreciate the support so freaking much. You're awesome, and 10 out of 10, great dude. Also, thank you guys for coming in, watching me just literally just drink random shit and talk about random things that make no sense, because that seems to be my live streams nowadays, especially when I'm under the weather and I have no idea of how to think of a cool concept for a video. Cheers, y'all. We'll see you later. See you guys next week. Might be doing it at a different time, different, like day of the week. Who knows? Still got to figure that out. But I will see you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye.